long shot. Man, this is wow, this is a real gambling episode. This might we have to I have to ask forgiveness after this one.
Oh, probably. How great was Coleman last segment? That was awesome. The fact that he is going to be in attendance on Saturday. I'm going to be there as well. Sold out, just awesome environment. I'm fully fired up, gassed up, ready to roll.
Richie Longshots, Coleman in the same venue. If that's not an electric factory, I don't know what's not. I'm gonna go ask the wife if I can go bolt down to Lynchburg this weekend. Not happening. But yeah, that's gonna be fun. You guys enjoy that. Take lots of picks for us folks at home. All right, let's jump into our picks of the week. Will's gonna rejoin us here in a minute. Here's what we got. Let's jump into it. Texas at Kansas. Long shots. You are the only one taking the Longhorns on the road. Kansas, I don't really know what to make of them. I'm not picking against Kansas, only 3 points at home.
It's the same, Texas, unpredictable team. Kansas, unpredictable team. Texas 4-1 in their last 5. Kansas, they are 6-12 this year as favorites against the spread. So I don't love this game, but I'm just going to play the numbers. And Texas, in this situation, there was a game last week. We'd have to go look where I was the standalone, picking different from everyone else, and I nailed it. Hopeful I can catch the same lightning in a bottle with this Texas game, but I just it's a fade Kansas situation. They were awful against Iowa State on last night, and I don't know, they're bad. They are not as good as their ranking says they are, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, if you notice my picks, I'm going all home teams. I think I only picked one road team this whole week. It seems like, I don't know, maybe it's just the ASUN that's kind of blurred my vision. It just feels like teams just aren't winning on the road or even covering on the road. Just seems like it's a near impossible feat. All right, I'm in that same vein. I know UConn's played like poop the last month. I know Marquette's been playing really well, but I mean, I'm only getting 4 points. I'm still going to take UConn. They still got great computer metrics. I'm going to instantly regret it, but I'm taking the Huskies.
Yeah, I've been in a fade UConn mode all season. The last few weeks we've had UConn on our cards, and I've just been against them. Marquette 4-1 in their last 5 against the spread, 8-2 in the last 10. UConn 3-3, 3-7 in their last 10 against the spread. So it's one of those. I'm not going to pretend to be a big Marquette guy. This is more of a fade UConn situation type game.
Yeah. UConn 6th in KenPom, Marquette 8th. So this is a heck of a matchup. The numbers say this is a better matchup than Texas-Kansas. I know it's hard for people to wrap their brains around, but so the numbers say. All right, we're all on West Virginia -3, so bet your mortgage on Iowa State.
Hammer Iowa State.
Hammer
them.
Whatever that line is, go money line. They'll probably win outright. So, yeah, no more discussing that. That's a done deal. We completely split on this. I went with Queens at home. I just EKU is hot, but they are not the same team on the road. And Queens has been a good team at home.
I agree. This was a very tough game to go with. I'm an EKU guy, sneaky EKU guy. I don't know what it is. I think I believe in them more than the numbers say. They are 6-4 in their last 10 against the spread, and just Queens. Just something about them doesn't move the needle anymore. Early in the season, I was big on Queens, but right now, not a big fan. Also, want to say shout out to you, Nick, for picking games every day of the week, not just
Did I get it this week?
pretty. Yeah, you did a great job. This past week, it was just all the games Thursday, all the games Saturday. We have a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. So it's good to have a nice spread out slate, not just focused in on 2 days. So very happy that we're gonna have just a random Wednesday game, a random Tuesday game, some Thursday ASUN games, obviously, and then Saturday games to go along with it.
Well, I want to bring you in on this because I just had a thought kind of pop in. EKU feels like a team that's not built for a conference tournament with their style. I don't know if there's any actual data to back that up, but I feel like teams that play a faster tempo, when you get into these tournament games where every possession is so valuable, you kind of want to slow it down. I wonder, they kind of remind me of some of those VMI teams that they actually did slow it down in the tournaments.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going back to that, but I don't know. Do you kind of think this is maybe a team that might not be built for a conference tournament?
I'm not sure. I do think that when you're playing kind of up tempo, you do run the risk of with nerves in a tournament, making more unforced errors and turnovers. So I don't know. I'm kind of with Richie here. Like I maybe I believe in them a little bit more than maybe what the numbers say, but I still go back to the end of the day. Experience in big games. I think Liberty has that over everybody in the conference tournament right now. So I would just lean on that a little bit more.
Right into that same vein is our next game. The only road team that I picked this week, Stetson +1. We're all across the board on this, so hammer Jacksonville. But Stetson, on the other hand, I think is a sneaky team in the ASUN tournament because they're an elite offensive team, but they play very slow. So when they're like a game with Liberty, there's not a lot of possessions. So if Liberty's cold shooting, you're not going to get a lot of shots. There's just going to be and the fewer shots, the more variance and randomness you can see. So I think Stetson is one of those teams that I could see getting to like a conference tournament final. I would not be shocked if they did make a run, just because I think their style really will help them in the tournament. But
I agree. Just watching Stetson, they have a great offense, like you said, efficiently. At home, I think they're a little bit better, but they are 14-7 against the spread this year, which has to be one of the best numbers in the country. Jacksonville 8-12 this year against the spread. So I think this is the fact that this is a 1-point spread is crazy to me. Probably my pick of the week.
yeah,
Might be a death sentence, but I like them.
Well, some of that is going to be where Stetson and Jacksonville started in KenPom. Like Jacksonville obviously started way higher than they were. Stetson started way lower than they were. So there also could be some overcorrection here coming up, which we see a lot in this. But yeah, Stetson's 8th in the country in 3-point percentage. Man, 8th in the country when you are slowing the game down. That is a scary team. That's not a North Florida just shooting everything up and whatever. I'm telling you, Stetson, they're a dangerous team. All right. Florida Gulf Coast at North Florida. Richie Longshots taking Dunk City, 5 straight losses. I don't even want to touch them. I want nothing to do with that team.
I hate it. I hate everything about this game. I hate the fact that I took Dunk City. I hate Florida Gulf Coast. I have no stats to back up the pick. If anything, I have stats to fade my pick. UNF, they're 6-1 against the spread at home in conference play. Do not take this game. This is an ugly game. I have no idea it's just ugly. Don't. I hate it. I faded myself in this game.
All right. And then Bellarmine at Liberty. This actually has moved in KenPom to 17, but when we made the picks, it was 16. Somehow I made these picks put these picks together at 11:50. all the ASUN games were complete and in Ken Palm, and the next morning it moved to 17. So I don't know, but it is 16 for our records. I think Liberty beats the daylights out of Bellarmine. I just think they're so much better than them. This game's at home. They're coming off a loss. I think this could be a 30-point win. I'll say it.
A lot of points.
Yeah,
A lot of points.
Bellarmine stinks.
I said before Coleman, I watched what happened last week when they had that 20-point lead and just slowly the walk-ons didn't understand the assignment. And I hope I'm wrong, and I'm going to contradict myself in about 3 minutes when we talk about the last game on the slate, but just too many points.
Bellarmine lost at home by 17 to Lipscomb just recently. I don't know. That team's not, I don't know, on the road. We'll see. All right, Alabama at Auburn. Went with the home team. This is probably another one of those games where Auburn's down 25 at halftime, and I'm like, what was I doing? But I have a gut feeling to go with the home teams. Long shots tell me how dumb I am.
I don't think you're dumb. Anytime you have a rivalry game and you're gonna get 2 points at home, I get it. I've been a believer in Bama all year. Nate Oates, awesome coach, top 10 team. I can't go against Bama at this point, so I'm in on them. But I get it; it makes sense.
Auburn needs this more too, so that's kind of also where my head.
Yes, a rivalry game at home. If this was not Alabama, I'd be on the same page as you. I will say that.
All right, Baylor at TCU. This was a tough one. I like Baylor. TCU's kind of, I feel like maybe a little bit overrated, but again, I'm only 3 points at home. It's just, home teams in the Big 12. I don't know what the numbers are on that, but I feel like the home teams in the Big 12 have to be doing very, very well.
I think it comes back to the fact that, I think we mentioned last week, that there's so much parity in college basketball right now. And if you give me a team like Baylor that at the beginning of the year, they were a top 5 they were the number 1 team in the country to start the year, right?
I think they were number 1 in Ken Palm. But North Carolina was number 1, and that was obviously not accurate.
We're not going there. No, Baylor has all the talent in the world. They are 7-3 straight up in their last 10 games, and they're catching 3 points against a TCU team that I don't fully believe in. So, give me Baylor in this Texas biblical rivalry game, right? It's a biblical game, right, Doc?
Christian institutions here.
Yeah, technically, on paper, they're Christian colleges, but no, I'm just.
All right. Baylor was number 6 in Ken Palm to begin the year, so I don't know where we both got that from. They were the first game of the year. I do remember that. I remember we were all. I started the year off poorly belting
they were playing Mississippi
Devils.
The Delta Devils.
You never forget when you get bit by the Delta Devils. All right. This is a game that I know might pique a little bit of your interest. Rutgers at Illinois. You are taking the Scarlet Knights going into Champaign.
Hoorah, hoorah, Rutgers, rock. Upstream, red team, upstream, rock, Rutgers, rock. Yes, I'm a Rutgers alumni as well as a Liberty alumni. I did not make any research into this game. I saw that you finally put Rutgers on the card, and I went, Rutgers it is. Do I love the fact that Chad also took Rutgers? No. Terrible. I saw that. I went, this is bad news. It's bad because in the state of New Jersey, I cannot bet on New Jersey colleges and universities. If I could, I would be fading Chad and betting my actual money on Illinois. because Chad, look at the numbers. Numbers don't lie.
Isn't the entire state of New Jersey like 10 feet? Like, can't you just go drive to Pennsylvania?
I could. It's about 45 minutes. Probably not worth it. It's going to be very interesting when Rutgers. It was actually very funny when St. Peter's went on the run they did last year, and the state was just bleeding money, not taking their bets in March Madness. So we'll see what happens one day. I know you're able to bet on Ohio colleges.
Oh yeah. You
Preposterous. Preposterous. I can't do it in Jersey.
The only thing you can't bet on in Ohio is you can't do like prize picks. So I guess like that's the line is we're not gonna let you bet Johnny's gonna score 10 points because he's gonna blow it on purpose.
That's the line in the sand. No, I have zero written next to the game. You put Rutgers on the card, I'm taking Rutgers.
Not gonna lie,
man, the people.
I'm not gonna lie, when I saw that, I thought, hey, I might be able to bait a win here, so I put it on.
Yeah, that's a sneaky good chance to take a win from me.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought Richie was holding up a piece of cheese there for a second.
This is my orange Post-it notes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
You put Rutgers or Fairleigh Dickinson on the card. When you can fade me, that's your shot right there to pick up a game.
Next week, 4 games with Rutgers and Fairleigh Dickinson on there.
Against
get us back in this.
Or whoever is in the NEC.
Only their road games, though. Only their road games.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how we get back in this. All right. And then, John Manson, what are you doing? Going against the Flames with Coleman and Richie in the building. I mean, this is a revenge game for Liberty. I think I think Liberty rolls this week. I really do. I think they're going to. Liberty at home has been a wagon. I don't know.
I said that I'm going to contradict myself earlier that I liked EKU, but I'm going to be in attendance. My first time in Liberty Arena. The last time I was at a Liberty basketball game was the ASUN championship game a week before COVID struck, whatever. And I'm excited to be back in Lynchburg, first time in 3 years. I don't know if they cover the spread, but what am I gonna go to the game and root for Eastern Kentucky? Absolutely not. So this you could have put 27 minus 27. Give me Liberty. Didn't make a difference. Didn't matter. Didn't care. Give me Liberty in this game. Going to be in attendance. Whatever it is. Also whatever it is, bet the over as well. This is a blind bet. Celebrate and look for me on ESPN Plus. Liberty minus 14. Liberty minus 28. Doesn't matter. Hammer it.
Bet the Liberty team over in this game.
Yeah.
That's the play. Eastern Kentucky with their tempo. Liberty's going to run wild in this game. I think that would be the best play if you're looking for an actual wager in this game.